What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. This is our weekly PSA update on what they graded last week, how much volume they put out. Bit surprised by the numbers this week. I was really expecting them to continue on with this upward trajectory of how many slabs they did, how many slabs they're doing a week. But this week, a bit of a dip in the numbers. So not too excited about that, because that just means that it's going to be more time until I'll see my 86 Fleer Hakeem Olajuwons, which, if you guys don't know, that's kind of the reason why I started looking into all this stuff, because they've had them since January of this year. So not too excited about that. But anyway, before we jump into the numbers, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on that stuff if you like this kind of stuff. I do it every week. This is a weekly update. Every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we release the update. Check me out on Instagram at Retro Hoop Breaks. Also, follow me on, let me see. Let's do this. Because I also have a Facebook group that is in the link. Now you guys can look at the link. Check out the link in the description to follow us to get into the Facebook group. There's a lot of folks in there, a lot of people posting a lot of cool stuff. And then also check out collect3dprints.com. This is where my brother sells all of the cases for displaying all your slabs and your cards and all that stuff. You can see behind me, I have all my favorite cards on display. The Dream Team, Kobe, got some KPJ up there, Carmelo Anthony rookie, Melo, Kobe, we got Tom Brady back there. Anyway, if you check out my Instagram, I did a little up close on what I have back there. Bunch of stuff going on. But anyway, it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the Collect 3D Prints cases. So check them out. There's a link in the description. If you hit that link, it is an affiliate link, so it does kick a little bit back to the channel. They got stuff for pretty much everything. PSA, BGS, SGC, HGA, CSG, and then mag holders, both in horizontal and vertical. So this is the horizontal or vertical, and then we also have a horizontal, as I think I have one back here that has my my Holy Trinity in it, right? So this is display case. It's got the thing set up horizontally if you have one of those horizontal cards. So anyway, check them out. Links in the description. All kinds of colors available, pretty much for all kinds of slabs and mag cases if you don't have your stuff slabbed up. I just picked up a really nice card that I need to get one for, so I'll be ordering one here in a little bit. But anyway, that's going to do it. Let's get into the numbers for this week. Like I said, bit of a drop in the numbers. I was actually a little bit surprised, because for the last 3 weeks, they've been like in the 190s, and then all of a sudden they dropped to 150. So you'll notice the numbers look a little bit different this week. I in between each column, I went ahead and added exactly what they graded for the week. So in this case, how many, so they did 31,000 baseball cards last week, 41,000 basketball cards last week. But one of the things that I found really interesting, and I talked about this last week, was this 54,000 that they graded for TCG is a pretty big jump from what they've done historically with TCG. So TCG used to be, 30, 28, 28, 25, 26, 35, 34, and then it's jumped up all the way up to 50. So 52 this month again, or this week again, TCG is the largest by a long shot. Not by a long shot, by about 10,000 cards. So, which is interesting, because basketball cards, this is the first time that it's dipped. 41,000 basketball cards in the last 6 weeks. They've been in the high 50s, mid 60s, somewhere around there. And then this month they dipped down to 41, or this week they dipped down to 41. Baseball as well. Baseball used to be pretty high, in the 40,000 cards a week. They peaked here at 50,000 cards a week. And then this week they only did 31,000. So I'm not sure what this means. I don't know if this means that they're just burning through that backlog and they don't really have that many cards left to burn through. Because they have been running at a pretty impressive pace. Over the last 6 weeks, they've been about 185,000 cards a week, which is pretty impressive. It's pretty good. If we add this up, they did about 1 million cards over the last 6 weeks, which is pretty good. So, take that into consideration, the fact that, they did lower the price a little bit, so they're probably getting a little bit more cards coming in. But I've been watching some YouTube videos of some pretty big submitters who were submitting in 50, 60 card subs, who are now submitting 2 and 3 card subs, 4 or 5 card subs, because they're really trying to narrow down those cards that are really worth sending in, cards that'll be worth $1,000 in a 10, or, potentially $800 to $700 in a 9. That they're picking up for $200 or $300 raw, that kind of thing. So we're seeing a lot more of that, as opposed to just buying these $5, $6 cards that are worth $50, $60 in a 10, because you can't send them in anymore. It's not financially viable to do that. So that may be a little bit of it, but definitely the numbers have dropped significantly from last week to this week. But again, TCG just continues to go up. So I'm wondering if they're just shifting focus. Well, they can't be, because the overall number's down. So it would make sense if this was still in the 190s, but the numbers are all, the numbers are just, the buckets are different, but they're overall across the board down for the most part. Like they had a big spike in hockey cards last week. There was 9,000. It was typically about 12 to 1,300, and then all of a sudden 9,000, 7,000, and then it drops again. So, the overall numbers down this week, which is kind of interesting. But what's more interesting is how this is spread out. It's not spread out the same anymore. Miscellaneous cards jumped up a little bit. But it's still, if you look at just in terms of what the major ones are, it's always basketball, baseball, football, and then TCG. Those will forever be the big ones. It just seems like this week was an anomaly. Like this week was a spike, or these 2 weeks here, they were just spikes. Because even if you look at just hockey, for example, hockey originally was on average about 1,500, it looks like. So if I take just the average of these, they had about 1,300 a month average, or a week average, and then all of a sudden they spit out almost 10,000, almost 8,000, about 8,500. So they did in 2 weeks, 16,000 what they hadn't done in 10 weeks prior. So I don't know. I just don't know if these are just anomaly months, or even these for that matter, are just anomaly months. And then these are the norms. The 150s, the 160s, the 180s are just the norms. And these are like, it could be maybe they were running Genamint, test runs on Genamint, and that's why they were able to get that much output. I don't know. I really don't have any explanation for why these numbers are dipping like this, but I'm pretty sure everybody can speculate as to why. I'm really leaning towards the fact that these big months, or these big weeks that we had here, are the anomaly, and not the norm anymore, especially since it dipped back down. I was really waiting to see what this month was going to do, because even though when you're looking at statistics and when you're looking at numbers and trends, you really want to see 3 data points. 3 data points are a trend is what kind of the rule of thumb is. So when this one came in 191, I mean, I had my 3 data points to where I was like, okay, this is trending upward. But this dip in the number here just kind of threw a monkey wrench and stuff. So, I mean, no big announcements as of yet. I don't know of any big shows that PSA would have sent additional resources to that would have, significantly dropped the numbers coming out of the big pool of graders. Who knows? Who knows what that could be? But the fact of the matter is that they were down about 40,000 cards from where they normally are, which is odd. I didn't do CTD this week, but I'll take a look at it next week and just kind of see where it's at in relation. I think I glanced at it very quickly and it didn't change much. But either way it goes, I mean, this is just kind of a telling sign in and of itself. Either they're running out of cards to grade, and they don't need to grade that much anymore, and their backlog is slowly dwindling away, which is a good thing for all of us, or something happened within these 3 weeks here that significantly jumped up their numbers, and I'm really pointing towards them really implementing Genamint here, or maybe they've already been implementing it. I don't know. The thing is that PSA doesn't tell us anything. They don't tell us shit about what's going on, you know. So all we're left to do is speculate, or all I'm left to do is speculate. So I don't want to make these any longer than they need to be. I mean, the fact of the matter is that PSA went down 40,000 cards this week. So let me know what you guys think. Are you still holding on? Have you gotten any of your cards back? Are you starting to see some of your orders come back? Mine are stuck. They're going to be stuck in purgatory for a while. So, you know, we'll see what next week does. I'll be very interesting to see what the numbers are going to be next week. We'll also take a look at the complete through dates next week, just to kind of see where those are. But yeah, that's it. Oh, also, we hit 5,000 subscribers the other day, which I am eternally grateful for. I'm going to do a separate video on that. But we do have something special coming up. I still haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do yet. There's a lot of moving pieces to the giveaway, and how I want to do a giveaway, and how I want to give back to all of you, all 5,000 of you who subscribed. I'll do another video on that. But anyway, we did hit it, so thank you very much for that. We also hit 1,000 subscribers, or 1,000 followers on Instagram, which I'm also doing another giveaway on Instagram. I got some ideas for that coming up next, so keep your eyes out. If you have not followed me on Instagram, check it out at Retro Hoop Breaks. Also, check out Collect 3D Prints on Instagram. Go to www.collect3dprints.com to pick up your cases, so you can display your cards. And that's it. That's all. That's going to do it for this week. Love you guys. I appreciate it. Peace.